What's up, guys? Solar Polar Bear here, and I actually have a different type of video today. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and I was just curious as to other people's opinions about this. In a few of my videos previously, I had ranted about the nostalgia of older games. This one specific was WildStar. WildStar has a big part in my heart because I thoroughly enjoyed the game and found it a very interesting and unique game, specifically an MMO in its time. And it gave me a little bit more fun than other MMOs. Now, my whole thing I'm going to be going on about today is what's with the nostalgia with older games? Specifically, what's with older games in general? I feel like they have a little bit more substance, a little bit more features, a little bit more this or that than newer things coming out. This isn't generally a shot at newer games, like what the fuck are you guys doing, stuff like that. But this is more of just a question of what is it? Is it me having those rose colored glasses believing that these older games are much better? Or do these older games hold much more substance? My one fondest memory of MMOs has to be Star Wars Galaxies, other than WildStar, obviously. And Star Wars Galaxies holds a very fond part in my heart as well. I spent a very long time in that game, and there was a lot to do. I was very young when I started it, and there was quite a bit of, well, social dynamics, different types of dungeons, different types of classes. And with the social dynamics, obviously the role playing, they introduced space. They introduced a lot of different items, homes, beasts that you could tame. The game was live. And when I say live, I mean alive. It was growing, it was fluctuating. It was a beautiful, gorgeous game. And to me, I feel like nothing can really hold a candle to it today. If you want to put WoW on the same ideals and pedestal as Star Wars Galaxies, you can. WoW came out around similar times. I'm not really going to look it up and give you exact numbers. It's just from my memory. And WoW did a lot to change the gaming scene. Both games had a lot of substance and a lot of differences and a lot of interesting parts to it that I thoroughly enjoyed. But going back to Star Wars Galaxies is I feel like no game currently out here can really even hold a candle to really what those older games are. It's as if they don't even want to compete. You look at games like Elion and it just hit its closed beta and everyone was going in there thinking that it was going to be a fun game. Well, no, it's just a remake of a currently running game and it's for the West. It's cool. It's whatever. It's nothing new. It's nothing interesting, and it's nothing cool. So that new game coming out felt like it didn't really have much substance compared to the older games that I played. Tabula Rasa was one that actually came out and died, but it was an interesting game, a really cool concept, and pretty neat. Um, Another one I could reminisce about is Champions Online and DC Online and City of Heroes and City of Villains. Those games were really fun. Not so much DC, and not so much Champions, but it gave me that kind of superhero feel I liked, and it had a lot of substance to it. Nowadays, we have these games that just pop up and then they die off. I mean, if you want to look at the long term of things, you have Star Citizen that's still popping up and it's still fluctuating in player base. We don't know whether or not it's going to succeed for the future. We're just hoping. You have a game coming out called Starbase, which I'm absolutely hyped about and insane about. It's a great MMO. It looks fucking amazing. And I'm really hoping it succeeds. It has a lot of substance to it, and it looks quite interesting. But nothing really scratches that itch as those older games. In fact, I found myself going back to emus, going to play in these private servers, because I just really wanted to have a lot of fun. And then I'd play it for weeks on end. I would sit there and go absolutely nuts, do all the things I never could do when I was younger. And I had so much fun. And unfortunately, the player base would come and go, and which would cause me to move. But I still have that itch I want to scratch. I still have that longing for that frontier that Star Wars Galaxies provided, that WoW provided, in its new areas in Star Wars with its planets, the exploration, the just feeling of accomplishment these games gave. So my question to you all is, what is wrong with today's games that I have this nostalgic factor? Is it just me? Or is this a reoccurring thing others have? If you guys do feel like this, I want to know what games you guys are nostalgic for. What games you feel like nothing can compare to down in the comments. Tell me. I want to know. I want to know about what brought you guys up in the gaming world. If there's an MMO out there that I didn't hear of, let me know. If you're crazy about something coming up, let me know. Because I get hyped about these things. Because I want to see something that I experienced when I was a kid. I want to feel that accomplishment that I experienced back then. And yeah, sure, I'm 31 years old. I'm going to keep getting older, and I'm never going to be a kid again. But it's always good to hope that you can have those feelings again, at least for a fleeting moment. Minecraft gave that to me, and Minecraft still gives it to me every so often. I'll find myself coming back to the game, enjoying it for a few weeks, and then going about my business. But it still felt like it was a living, thriving world, and it still gave me the same feelings that I wanted to feel. So if you guys feel like there's a game out there that you're super hype about, if you guys feel like there's a nostalgic old game that you're nuts about, let me know in the comments. Tell me if I'm just too nostalgic. Or tell me you missed something. Tell me that you missed something of the old games. Tell me that a lot of these new ones can't really compare. I want to know. I look forward to talking to you guys in the comments. I'm Solar Polar Bear. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Peace out.